Hello, my name is Augustine Kwekubans, a member of the MDS squad, ALX. Our group consists of 5 people, including Zifa Ameito, Eric James Sapon Victoria Ford, and Jacqueline Atta. Imagine being a high school student in Ghana where you have big dreams, but then you lack the learning materials in order to make your dreams come true. This is where we come in to make sure that you have all the learning resources at your fingertips and at your own pace to be able to learn and make your dreams come true. In Ghana, we realize that mostly in the rural areas, there's a lot of students that don't have access to digital learning resources. And this is mainly due to poor infrastructures, high internet costs, and limited digital literacy skills. Why do we believe that this problem is essential? This is mainly because thousands of students don't have access to the learning materials that they need to make their dreams come true, and also to compete with a global scale as far as academics is concerned. In order for us to solve this problem, we took a case study into a young boy in the Upper East region named Atanga Yaba in Navrongo. He has the dreams of becoming a medical doctor, but he lacks the textbooks, the trained teachers, and the internet access in order to be able to update himself on current learning materials in relation to his studies and passion. Sometimes he has to walk long distances in order to access learning materials or download materials for his studies. With LearnX, he will be able to study offline, stay on track, and pursue his dream. In that way, Ghana wouldn't still lose future doctors due to lack of resources. When it comes to the penetration of learning digital materials in the rural area versus the urban schools, when we look at internet connectivity, about 40% of rural areas don't have access to internet connectivity, and leaving about 60% not able to have adequate internet connectivity. When it comes to the urban areas, we have about 85% having access to internet connectivity. In terms of digital devices penetration, about 20% in the rural areas have access to these digital devices, and about 70% have the digital devices that you can use to access the internet and other reading materials. When it comes to teacher training, we have about 30% in the rural areas and about 75% in the urban areas. When it comes to the penetration with the digital materials available for schools, about 35% of schools in Ghana have access to digital materials, leaving about 65% not having access to digital materials, which holds a very big gap as far as digital learning is concerned. In order for us to solve this problem, this is our proposed solution, LearnX, an offline learning platform with downloadable lessons, quizzes, and process for tracking your understanding on the platform. Our idea is to reduce your internet dependencies, thereby reducing costs for internet connectivities and accessibility. Also, our platform would provide a well-structured, self-paced learning, which would help every student to be able to access the platform, learn at their own pace and understanding, and to be able to achieve the dreams that they want. This is how our LearnX platform would look like. With our flash screen, we have our login page and our sign-up page. A student who has already signed up can just log into their platform and use this right away. If you are new to the platform, you click on sign up, it takes you to the registration process, then you sign up with us. You would also see the home screen where you can have access to the various courses in the math lessons, science lessons, the ICT lessons, and the social studies lessons. These topics have lesson materials directly from the GES, which will keep you up to date on the learning resources that is available for every student. In the same way, a student can also grade themselves through the online graded quizzes, which includes the various topics that you'll be learning whilst you are on the platform. This is to help you to keep track of your understanding of the particular topic that you are studying. And mind you, since this will be a collaboration with GES, these questions could be based on past questions in the WASI examination, thereby preparing students adequately for them to prepare themselves for the examination at the end of their career. Now, our pain points. These are some of the things that we believe we would face whilst building this solution for our users. Storage constraint. Many digital devices, and some don't have very large spaces, and thereby hindering people from having quality access to their internet and also to be able to install the apps that they will be using. Our platform is such that we wouldn't occupy a lot of spaces on your platform. So your digital devices will just need minimum space for you to install it so that it can be of use. High internet access cost. Since our platform is based offline, we believe that once you download the app, you can use it at any point in time, limiting your internet dependency and thereby reducing the cost of internet access. Assisted learning. We know that currently, as it stands, the gap between the digital literacy skills for students and teachers is very low in Ghana. Thereby, having an assisted learning platform where people would have to be taught how to use the platform, how to navigate through the platform, could be an issue for some users who are not familiar with digital learning. Unstable power supply. Currently, with the power situation in the country, especially in the rural areas where some don't even have access to electricity as a whole, it would be a problem for them to even charge their digital devices to make sure that they are adequately using the platform for their studies. In order for us to mitigate these particular actions, these are some of the solutions that we came up with to optimize the sizes of our materials that can be downloaded on the platform. This includes ebooks, where we've compressed the ebooks in such that you can download the ebooks at a lower cost in terms of data megabytes, but then you wouldn't lose the quality of the material, enhancing you to be able to study offline at any point in time without having a strain on your storage space. Our apps have also been designed that it is lightweight and doesn't need to be always connected to the internet, thereby reducing the cost of you accessing it via the internet. In terms of assisted learning, the plan is to make sure that we have an AI interactive assistance on the platform where it can teach students and teachers or the users of the platform how to easily navigate and to have an easy comprehension of how the platform is being used. In order for us to solve the unstable power solution or power supply, we believe that having an app that can work effectively when there is low power mode features on the app will be very essential. Therefore, we've planned to make sure that our app is such that it can work effectively even on low power mode. You don't need any loading of your app whilst you are off the app, thereby you wouldn't keep on draining your battery at any point in time. What are some of the next steps that we are looking at in order to improve the efficiency of our platform? We are looking at including audio and video-based learning. This to give various categories for students that learn either by visuals, by audio, or by reading. Giving these various categories of learning materials would help improve the effectiveness of students and the engagement of our platform for both students and for teachers as a whole. A partnership with an NGO will be essential for us to distribute preloaded tablets. And this will be essential because looking at the digital devices gap or penetration currently at 20% in the rural areas, it would be essential for us to move the percentage up either by 20% or even more, so that a lot of students and a lot of teachers in these rural areas will have access to tablets that are preloaded with our apps, and they can easily learn on their own at their own pace at any point in time. We would also like to expand to other African countries to make sure that we are producing good leaders in the future for all African countries by giving them access to digital learning platform that is up to date and that could enhance their lessons. Lastly, we believe that the impact of our platform would be very essential. Number one would be to empower students with offline learning platforms. Now, having an offline learning platforms will be very essential because then they can learn at any time, at anywhere. For us to also bridge the gap between the rural and the urban education, our platform will be essential, since it will be giving up-to-date information and reading materials for everyone to have access to it. And lastly, we believe that it will unlock the potential for thousands of learners. Even though we have in mind that rural areas are the main focus when it comes to this app development, we believe that everybody can have access to the app, whether you are in the urban area or the rural area, thereby unlocking the potential for thousands of learners, no matter where you are in the world. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Augustine Kekubas, and this is our presentation on the GCGO education. Thank you.